Absolute
Piers,
nonsense.
take your eyes off the posterior of the tiny part of the world, which is the Western world.
You think that
Africa
currently
is with
most
Iran.
of the world, you think the rest of the world
is with Iran.
You think the rest of the world
China is with Iran.
Yeah,
Russia is with Iran.
Russia,
All
China,
the Arabs are with Iran.
Russia, China,
Take
any
your
other
nose out of the ass
North Korea
of the tiny number of people that you think are the world. They're not the world.
What you're about to watch is one of the most unhinged, brutally honest debates Piers Morgan has ever had on live television. This didn't just go sideways, it fell apart completely, right there in front of everyone watching. Piers has had hundreds of guests over the years, politicians, world leaders, celebrities. Most of them show up, push back a little, Piers talks over them, and they leave. That's the formula. That's always been the formula. But George Galloway walked in with completely different energy. This is from Piers Morgan Uncensored, and honestly, it didn't get anywhere near the attention it deserved. So let's get into it.
Well, probably not China or Russia or North Korea. So let's take those four countries out of it, or Pakistan.
Listen,
right? But
Iran
actually, yes, most of the world has a real problem with the concept of Iran being a nuclear power, apart from you, who thinks they should have loads of nukes.
No, it's not just for me. Iran is presently the hero of the vast majority of people in the world.
Oh, rubbish.
And it's
Absolute
the fact
rubbish.
that you can't see
what a
that.
load of absolute
Piers,
nonsense.
take your eyes off the posterior of the tiny part of the world, which is the Western world.
You think that
Africa
currently
is with
most
Iran.
of the world, you think the rest of the world
is with Iran.
You think the rest of the world
China is with Iran.
Yeah,
Russia is with Iran.
Russia,
All
China,
the Arabs are with Iran.
Russia, China,
Take
any
your
other
nose out of the ass
North Korea
of the tiny number of people that you think are the world. They're not the world. The world is 8 billion people.
Right.
You're speaking for the little clique that leads a tiny fraction of fewer than 1 billion of the people of the world.
So just to be clear,
you cannot see beyond the end of your nose.
As I suggested, then you want to put up as a defence for Iran that they're supported by China, Russia. Did you mention North Korea?
That's a lot of people, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. But are they the kind of people, in terms of their own regimes, that we should be taking as good supporters of these benevolent people in Tehran?
You're living under Keir Starmer's regime, for God's sake. You're going to blame the British for Keir Starmer? The French are living under little Macron. When did you get the right to decide that 7/8 of the world's population cannot be considered valid because you, Piers Morgan, don't like their regimes? Listen, there's something else you didn't mention, and you must also have known about that. Unless you switch your mobile off at 10 o'clock at night, you already know that Iran is giving Israel a bloody good hiding every single night.
It's not, though, is it?
It's not,
though, is it?
You described it all
it's not, though.
as a wonderful military operation being conducted by Israel.
Let me answer you. As always, the Iranian regime has put out apocalyptic statements about this will be the annihilation of Israel and everything. It's like it did the last time. And you know what happened last time? Nothing. Nothing. They fired a few rockets, Piers, and the dome dealt with them. This time they've got a few. This time they've got a few missiles have got through the dome. But the idea. Hang on. Let me finish my question. The idea that the Israeli Air Force have managed to inflict this kind of catastrophic damage on military commanders, nuclear scientists, nuclear sites, and all of this, and have control of the airwaves in Tehran. No. And the only response so far has been a few missiles that have got past the dome.
Missiles?
You say they've been pounding them. They've not been pounding Israel.
Have you seen Haifa?
They've not been pounding Israel.
You are astounded. This is something else you don't know. You didn't know about Marandi. You didn't know about the TV station.
I knew what Marandi told me.
I
knew what Marandi told me.
Israel.
I knew what Professor Marandi told me.
Just to be clear, you don't know about it.
Just to be clear,
I'll tell you who I believe.
Just to be clear
about belief.
Just to be clear,
I believe the mayor of Tel Aviv.
Sorry, if I may finish responding to you.
Can I quote an Israeli? I believe the mayor of Tel Aviv, a former director of intelligence in the Israeli army, now the elected mayor of Tel Aviv, who says this has got to stop. We cannot win this war. That's the mayor of Tel Aviv. I can believe him.
I see
or I
zero
can believe Piers
evidence.
Morgan.
There is zero evidence that Israel can't win this war as things stand. Zero.
Well, why
Most
are
of
they asking the United
90%
States
of the
to join
damage
in?
is being inflicted by Israel onto
This
Iran.
is pure nonsense, Piers. Why are
Why are
they
you so
begging
deluded,
Donald
George?
Trump? Why
are
are
you so
they begging Donald
Why is your
Trump to join in?
pathological hatred of all things Israel made you so deluded?
Okay, pause. Because you need to actually sit with what just happened there. Piers opened this whole thing by trying to make Galloway look unreasonable before he even said anything. The move was simple. List the countries backing Iran, make them sound as bad as possible, and let the audience draw their own conclusions. Classic debate tactic. You don't go after the argument directly, you go after the people standing next to it. And for most guests, that works. They get defensive. They start explaining themselves. They lose the plot entirely. Galloway didn't do any of that. He flipped the whole thing around. Instead of defending those countries, he asked the one question Piers had no clean answer to. Who exactly gave you the authority to decide which people out of 8 billion on this planet actually count? Nobody did. Piers just assumed it. The way most Western media figures do. They act like they're speaking for the world, when really they're speaking for a very specific, very small corner of it. And Galloway called that out so fast and so directly that Piers had nothing left to do except say the same thing again, just louder. If you've watched enough debates, you already know what that means. When the volume goes up, the substance has run out. And then it got even more interesting.
Is this something else you don't know? Do you know that Tucker Carlson and Steve Bannon are right this minute on TV debating how if Trump gives in to Netanyahu's begging him to join in and save the day, that it will be the end of the Trump presidency, that it will split MAGA down the middle? Do you not know that either?
No, why would I know that? I've been on air. How would I know that?
Well, if you're really...
Why do you expect me to know
so
things when I'm literally
unaware,
interviewing
Piers,
people like
because
you?
I made the mistake, Piers, of thinking you were a well-informed man.
I am. But when I'm
about
actually
issues-
filming my show,
about
it's
issues-
quite hard to keep
about
up with
issues-
world
well,
events.
Don't you have someone that can pass you a note?
I've got lots
and
of
tell
people
you-
that do a brilliant job. That's why I have
Don't you
one
have
of the most
someone who
popular
can
shows
talk
in the world.
your ear?
Yeah, it's why my show's a lot more popular than yours, because I'm better at it than you. So stop the lectures about how good a journalist I am, or how good a broadcaster I am, or how good my team are, because if you were so good, George, you'd have a lot more people following you, a lot more people watching you. But most people think
My
you
dad is
become
bigger
a
than your
delusional
dad.
loon. And I think that's sad.
My dad is bigger than your dad. My dick
Not my
is
dad,
bigger
just the
than
number
your
of people
dick.
that watch my show massively dwarfs yours.
My dick is bigger than your dick. Are you really down to
Probably.
that, Piers? Well, I've got some evidence that it isn't, but I'll not go there because I'm actually astounded at the sheer ignorance, which I'm being very kind and calling it ignorance. I could easily call it lying. I could easily call it willful ignorance.
Of course you could.
That you didn't know there's tea ladies lying dead in the Iranian TV station.
To be
and
clear,
you interviewed Bennett and didn't even mention it to him.
To be clear, I'm being told by my team in my ear as we speak that outside of Iran, there has been no independent verification of what you are saying. So
It's
you are
on
believing.
television,
So you
Piers.
are believing the
It's
words
on
of the
television.
Iranian
Open your phone.
regime. And
You
forgive
can
me.
see the
And
video.
forgive me if I will wait for independent corroboration before believing what the Iranian regime
You
says.
don't believe that
are an
Professor
Iranian
Marandi.
regime
You
stooge
don't believe
who believes
that
anything
Professor
they say.
Marandi, your frequent guest, that gentleman,
Yeah.
was bombed
He's not a
today.
gentleman.
He's not
He's
a
not a
gentleman.
gentleman.
Oh. I think most of the people who've ever watched him think he's a gentleman.
No,
And
I
they
don't think he's a
think he's
gentleman. I
lying.
think he's a very disingenuous man who
They
spews a lot
don't
of bullshit.
think he's
actually.
lying, Piers. They don't think he's lying.
Oh, they do,
when
George. They do.
he's-
They do.
They think he's lying when he says he was bombed in the Iranian TV station
He
today.
wasn't bombed. He was on
There's
air talking to
footage.
me. What are you talking about?
There's footage
How was he bombed
On
and talking
every
to me?
media platform.
He was talking to me.
Of the TV station
How on
burning.
earth was he being bombed
Anyway,
as
listen,
he talked to
Piers,
me? Complete nonsense, man.
Piers,
You're talking
as
nonsense.
your dick is so much bigger than my dick, as your dad is so much bigger than my dad, and as your television program is so much bigger and better than mine,
Yeah.
I'll say goodnight to you because I have rather more wholesome people.
Oh, you're running
to
away.
Talk to.
Okay.
No, I'm not running
You're
away,
running
but I
away.
won't be coming back.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I made the mistake of thinking that you were an honest man.
Yeah.
In fact, you're a slippery.
Well, it's okay, because I never made that mistake with you.
You're
So don't worry about it. I never made that mistake with you, George. I always thought you were thoroughly disingenuous and you prop up these evil regimes for reasons that completely baffle me. And you think you're the right guy. You think you're the honest guy. And actually, you know what? You're the kind of guy that one minute you call me a rat, the next minute I'm your hero and you're praising me. It's pathetic.
Is that why you ask me onto your show every single week, Piers?
Sorry?
Every single week. I've got the texts.
What's that?
Every single week you ask me onto your show because I'm all these things you just accuse me of.
No, I don't mind having you on to challenge you. No problem.
Every week.
No
you
problem.
ask me every week.
You came on, I think you apparently
You
last
ask
week.
me
We last
every
asked
week.
you on
I've got
6
the
weeks ago.
text.
Why are you lying? We haven't
I've
asked you on
got
for
the
6
text.
weeks.
You asked
haven't
me
asked
to
you on
come
for 6
on
weeks.
every single
3rd
week.
of May, we asked you last time. 3rd of May, you're lying.
Your dick may be bigger
You're
than
lying,
mine.
George.
Your
3rd
dick
of May,
may be bigger than
3rd
mine.
of May,
Your show may be bigger
7
than
weeks
mine.
ago.
But I'll tell you what, Piers, you're a busted flush.
You know what, George? We're about to pass 4 million subscribers.
And that's how it ended. Not cleanly. Not with one guy clearly winning and the other nodding along. It ended with both of them basically saying exactly what they thought of each other on live television, with zero filter and zero politeness. Just raw frustration from both sides landing at the same time. And that ending tells you everything. Because the moment a guest pulls out the "I have the texts" move on live TV, that's not a debate anymore. That's something else entirely. That's someone saying, "I can prove this and I dare you to keep pushing." Piers pushed back. But the second he started citing a specific date as his defense, the whole thing had already gone somewhere most TV debates never go. I'm not here to tell you who was right. That's not what this video is about. The point is that television this raw, this unscripted, this genuinely unpredictable barely exists anymore. And when it does, you need to see it. So if you made it to the end, drop a comment telling me which moment got you the most. I already know which one got me. And send this to someone who thinks they've already seen the craziest debate on the internet. They haven't.